Rock Bottom coins are the #1 place to get your Madden coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 10% off. Hey, Bucks here. Today we got the top 10 wide receivers in MUT 23 right now. Number 10 is Roddy White. Now, the reason he's number 10 is that he has a very unique ability that isn't really, I will say, replicated outside one other player, right? One other player has this ability for free, honorary lineman. So if you do have like a running type of offense, this is not a bad receiver. If you throw bubbles and stuff, any way that you want to try to run the ball behind a wide receiver, this guy. I mean, I know a lot of tight ends here are also really good run blockers. Roddy there with a nice little stretch out, but Roddy with honorary lineman, 96 speed, means he's able to really kind of both become a threat in the run and pass game. Basically a true all three downs type of receiver. And, you know, he runs coverage beat as well. He runs corners, runs everything that you need out of a card there. So Roddy White got number 10 for me. Number 9, Garrett Wilson. Now, there's a lot of discussion out there about like route running thresholds and stuff. It is 95 the final threshold and stuff. So he gets all over 95s for all of his route running thresholds for what people believe to be the good ones. You know, that was a little drop right there by Garrett, you son of a gun. So otherwise, I actually kind of like this card. Free short in, and that's kind of what you want. I know a lot of people are running short in, short out, but that costs 1 AP. So if you have a slot where you don't need short out, say you're inside the numbers where short out doesn't really activate as much, so you could just run a free short in there. Some people run free route tech like on AJ Green. But anyways, what I'm saying is that like he will separate in man coverage really well. He animates well to the sidelines like you see right there. So Garrett Wilson, honors card. Yeah, maybe a little pricey, but almost every single card in this top 10 is. He's a limited time card. 97 overall, 97 speed. Not a legend, but I guess that is one downside is the fact that he is not one legend, so he doesn't get that extra 98 speed, but 97 speed, very nice for that route running. Edelman is here at number 8 for me. Edelman is a legend, so he does get that +1 if you're in the Legends theme team. Obviously, you run, you know, New England, it's a little different. He also gets +1 for the Super Bowl strat item on his speed, so he's actually 98 speed a lot of times. So 98 speed is kind of nice. The issue with Edelman is his size right there, right? Big old DBs that a lot of people are running back there, right? Either out of positions or whatever, can just catch the ball right through him, as you saw, right? He won't be able to muscle out someone like a bigger wide receiver can, and it's something I did notice without a doubt. But as you see right there, his ability to just shred man coverage is his strength. So it's hard to say, like, it depends on your offense whether this Edelman's for you. I mean, it's hard not to say, you know, run the Edelman because like almost every single offense will have a slot, a guy that's kind of running under routes. But even my slot, I do like to kind of like take over the top quite often. There it is, corner, roasting man coverage again. So the issue is I'm seeing a lot more zone now. So guys that really separate in man coverage aren't as needed as guys just like big bodies to like beat zones, to kind of muscle in front of players, try and catch the ball, fall down, and get down in front of, I would say, multiple zones out there. But yeah, when I do go against man coverage, Edelman is absolutely, you know, separating more than, I'm going to say it, I'm going to trigger, separating more than some dysfunctional parents, we'll say that. Okay. Anyway, sorry if that brought back any bad memories. So number 7 for me is D-Hop. Now, his ability as X-Factor is a complete scam. Do not run as X-Factor. Double or nothing or double me, whatever it is, does not work. I tried it. I threw like 5 picks with it before deciding, you know what, you're not going to double or nothing it over like Julius Peppers, the other DBs out there, because they got rid of the 2-man interactions. But still, as far as an outside receiver, I really liked D-Hop out there. Separated well, man press right there, just burned it against cover 2 man for an instant touchdown on like a deep post pattern right there. So Mr. D-Hop, not bad at all. There we are, going to chuck it deep, separating on a post pattern against man coverage once again for a touchdown. What a strike right there. We really like this post pattern on this specific receiver, and D-Hop with his top end speed is able to separate a little bit. Just make sure you got your pass leads done correctly on them. So it's interesting. He's also, you know, D Hopkins right there with a slot. He's a slot receiver, so he gets short out for 1. His other abilities right here on the card. Route tech for 1. Short in for 0. You go short in or short out for 0. So short in, short out for 0. Kind of you know, kind of like the biggest combination of abilities in the game. Yeah, D-Hop, number 7 overall for me. Number 6 on my list will be Scary Terry. Now, what's nice about Scary Terry is his X Factor is 0 AP. So you can just leave it on. It doesn't cost you anything. The thing is, like the X Factor, it's not that powerful, right? Yeah, sure, you can catch possession catches, but ask yourself how often you possession catching where you're not just open anyways. Now that I say that, like, it does happen to me oftentimes where I possession catch and then I try to go down and then like a deep zone knockout beats me on it. So it's not nothing, right? It's not nothing. There he is. Terrible contextual awareness. For some reason, players just step out of bounds randomly. It's very frustrating. Scary Terry is just, right there amongst them as one of the guys that does it. There's the out route to him. Like, that would have been like a good time to possession catch and hang on, but we got the first down anyways because we just came back to the ball against the zone coverage. So there he is, showing his top end speed over the top, catching it, and getting tackled right at the end because racks in this game are truly tragic. I miss old Maddens where racks would actually get you a decent, animation. You'd be able to score. You didn't slow down so much and get caught. Anyways, what you saw right there on the Scary Terry was the short out elite. So press man coverage basically gets burned by short out elite on those streaks. You can only run streaks, can't run fades. It's really weird. But some different kinds of fades are weird and they work. But anyways, number 5, Jay Jettas. So this card is one that really does everything, right? Taking that hit and hanging on to it in zone coverage against, was that 295-pound Julius Peppers, it basically sold me on the card, right? The fact that he can do that, without an ability like him, because if that was like an ability, then whatever. But like the fact that he can do something like that, and also separate against man coverage like this, Jettas is like, put him anywhere type of receiver, and you're gonna have a good time with him on your field. Now, the one thing is, like, sure, short route running's only 94. There are ways to boost that up if you want, but he's really, kind of a medium, a deep attacker for me, as you see that bomb right there. His abilities on the card, so he can get that short in for 0 or short out for 0. So I recommend like that being short out, so that way you can beat press man really well. You could also, if you want him in slot, just run a route tech on him. Really depends on what routes you run right here. I'm just bombing over the top, and he's going to use his speed to catch it. So yeah, all these guys really with the same like top end speed of 97, 98 on a lot of them, and that's kind of what you want. The thing is, like, speed I feel like doesn't matter as much in this year's game as previous year's games, as it is what it is. AJ Green, now this guy is 6'4", right? Like, so we've gone to a lot of guys that are like 6'1", 6 foot, whatever, but AJ 6'4" and rude, right? He also has all over 95 route running, 96 speed, 97 on a theme team. The only downside is this guy's dang near 1 million coins, if not 1 million coins. But he's like almost perfectly statted right now. Obviously, you can get better speed being on the theme team. You get better speed doing anything you want. There he is. Great. And I think that's one of his strengths is, like, I feel like AJ Green probably got the best sideline animations of any receiver I've used this year. AJ Green's also one of those guys that runs every single route. So, like, I'm talking about AJ Green at number 4, but for certain type of styles, I think AJ Green could be the best receiver in the game right now. For somebody that runs a lot of like crosses, posts, corner routes that you need to catch the ball on the sideline, I think AJ Green is like. We're going to talk about the other guys as they come here, but AJ Green is a consummate pro, right? Top end speed, top end height, great animations. I absolutely adore this AJ Green card. The issue is there's so many good top end receivers right now, it's hard to rank them. But AJ Green, as somebody said, he's their number 1. I would not disagree. MVS is number 3 for me. Now, MVS got worse sideline animations than AJ Green, I feel like, but I feel like MVS made more, like a couple more splash plays for me than AJ Green. But like, what I'm trying to say is, tomato between the two of them. Pretty similar run blockers. I think like the abilities are similar, if I recall correctly. He gets short out and route tech for 1 on this MVS. I believe AJ Green also gets does AJ Green get the same combo, or is that the difference between the two of them? Is that why? AJ Green gets the short out, but does not get the route tech for 1. So really using from like a short out and a short in for 1 AP kind of on AJ Green. So I like MVS's route tech for 1 AP along with short out a little bit better. But like I said, I feel like AJ Green with his toe taps have done me a little bit better. But both of them absolutely tall as heck, and will take the tops off the defense just like that on posts, on deep throws, on anything. So that's my number 4. Number 3. Number 2 is George Pickens. Now, this is a perfectly well-rounded 3-down, 4-down wide receiver. He can run anything, do anything. He's got top-end run block, top-end speed, top-end height, 6'3". I know the other guy's 6'4", so maybe not as tall as them, but he does basically everything for me, right? He burns guys over the top. You can put honorary lineman on him just like Roddy White, so he's very customizable like that. Pickens also, he gets short in and short out for 1, so if you do want to put him on the outside as the press man beater for you, he's right there. You could go deep out elite for 0 instead of short in or honorary lineman. Those are your options if you do want to have more as a vertical attacker, but I will say just with short out, he is an incredible vertical attacker still. There he is getting a nice sideline reception for a touchdown right there. So George Pickens, he just, this is cover 2 man, right? That's man. That was cover 2 man, outside guys. Pickens still beat it down the sideline with an absolute dot right there. Hang on in the end zone. Number 1. Now, this is going to be a controversial choice because Harold Carmichael is really bad at a lot of routes. And you're like, well, if he's not the best at every route, why is he number 1? It's because he does stuff like this. And he does stuff like this consistently. And 6'8" with deep out elite with his top end speed, obviously being a legend really helps. It provides a function to your offense that not many other cards have. That it's just not replicated. So if Harold Carmichael's on anything except for like a deep post or a deep streak, you're doing something wrong. This card is overpowered AF, especially with that deep out elite right there. I believe his deep out even activated, but my deep out elite caught it instead of it. So like it's just like if you see a step, you're gone, right? And Carmichael's just going to make them look like a jerk out there trying to guard them with either press cover 4, press cover 3. So he's quite the guy. He also gets route tech. I have 2 AP on him right now, short out, route tech, and deep out elite. And he's basically my sideline streaker. I switched some positions, but I might switch him back. I actually don't know what I truly want to do with him, but yeah, if you're not throwing the ball 40 yards downfield to Carmichael, you're using him incorrectly, but I could totally see people knocking him because he doesn't catch those slants, doesn't catch those corner routes as effectively as the other guys. So that is the top 10 in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Bye.